Hey, good morning. Either for the first time or again, if you've been with us already, some of our live stream platforms that we visited before we came here to YouTube. But here we go with our YouTube live session on Thursday, the 22nd of January. And we are also, since this is Thursday, operating from the Hal Saloon, where everybody knows your name. So jump on in here, order your favorite beverage. If you want something with a kick to it, you got to show ID. Maybe we'll have a light snack for you. We will have you sit on down at the counter and hang with your friends, the Hellraisers, and complain about life to your friendly neighborhood barkeep. That is me. We will also be listening to Johnny and Steph. They are in the Foxhole Morning Show, which is to my south, several miles. We'll check in with them shortly. Back in comes Ravsuka for another 2 fireballs. Wait a minute. You've already had 3. You've already had 3. So how many fingers am I holding up? And a hot burrito, by the way. I'll go with a burrito right now, but we're kind of questionable on the extra fireballs. How many fingers am I holding up? Mel's here. Good evening, Mel. Welcome to the Hal Saloon. What are you drinking? 2 fingers. No, it was 1 finger and a thumb. You can have the burrito. Back in comes Chris, comes Tina, comes Boss Lady, comes Linda, comes Eric, all here in the Hal Saloon. So is Chris, and welcome all back again to listen to the end of the song. Hear Johnny and Steph talk about stuff on Hot Sauce Day, National Hot Sauce Day. National Hot Sauce Day today. Mel would like a glass of wine. Coming right up. You want white wine, red wine? You got a particular preference, or just anything with some kind of kick to it?
I'm still trying to understand Bruce Springsteen. What he's doing, man, with these days, with screaming and crying all the time.
Oh, he's been on a tear, hasn't he?
He has, and he's a blue-collar guy, which is weird because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really coexist, right, the two of those things. But I have a hard time understanding a lot of stuff, and so I've gone and looked on the internet for little
white wine
courses and programs so I can understand life a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I found this. Are men constantly trying to figure out women?
Of course.
All right, so, and are women constantly trying to figure out men?
Maybe. Probably not so
trying
much.
to understand them.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to delve into the female perspective of guys. Are they good listeners? Now, this is what I found on the internet to coincide with this discussion.
When a man says,
"That's crazy,"
after you vent for 15 to 20 minutes about work or your day, that is not empathy. That is him asking,
"Are you done?"
Or,
"How much longer am I being held hostage?"
The goal is to get a,
"That's wild."
This means he was listening, caught something specific, and mildly agrees. If he asks you to repeat something and says,
"She said what?"
you are dealing with a professional. He will follow it with,
"I'm sorry that happened to you."
and then a perfectly timed,
"That's up."
This man has mastered the art of believable concern as he waits for this conversation to end.
I should not hear that because it's exactly what I do.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Yeah, I do that, because you'll catch me. I'm doing something else, and my wife will come into the living room, and I'm watching television, and she'll start telling me something about work, and I'll know there's something about work, so I'll look at her, and I'll nod my head, and then I'll look back to the TV to kind of keep track of where the story is
Sure,
going.
you're multitasking.
I'm multitasking, and then I won't understand what she just said. I said, "I'm sorry, repeat that. What did they do?" And just kind of play like I'm listening.
Yeah.
And not really be listening. Now, I'm sure that I'm not the only guy that does that. I'm pretty sure almost every guy does that.
What was it, Monday or Tuesday? I came in crabbing about my hair, and we talked about my process of letting it grow out.
Right.
And you said, well, it doesn't look bad. And I said, what does that mean?
So again,
what does that even mean?
So that's lesson number 2 in understanding men. We don't mean that the way you automatically take it. You guys always take the negative side of things. Glass is always half empty. So if I say, why? You're complaining about your hair, and I'll say, man, it doesn't look bad at all. That is a compliment. You look fine. And then the woman, of course, will take the negative and go,
What do you mean?
You don't like it?
Yeah, what do you mean?
So,
Not too bad. What does not too bad mean?
see, that's... Don't overanalyze. We're simple people.
We're women.
Yeah.
Of course we overanalyze.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And you guys should be perfectly aware of that fact.
No, say it the way women think it. You guys better be perfectly aware of that.
Exactly.
We have no choice in
See,
this.
you do understand when you want to understand.
No opinion necessary because you will be wrong. Guaranteed. It's 8:13. The Foxhole Morning Show. Johnny Burke and Steph on the way. Sometime here in the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you a chance to call in and win Carriage Town Bakery Blue Line Donuts $25 gift certificates. You can head over to Carriage Town Bakery Blue Line Donuts on Garland Street in Flint and redeem them immediately if you want. We're going to be getting ours in the studio any minute here. It's not like I'm looking forward to it or anything. But
Salivating.
I'm drooling.
Yeah, you are.
I just drooled on the console here.
This hour is a service of Genesee County Parks, and winter has arrived in Genesee County Parks. Crisp air and scenic trails make it the perfect season to get out and explore. Take a peaceful walk and capture the beauty of the season. Get away right away. Plan your visit at GeneseeCountyParks.org.
The future stars of the NHL.
Here's the problem with that, Linda. See, you can analyze it by saying, okay, then you say you look fine, which you think is going to then, at least your theory seems to be sound. But here's the way it's going to go. If the guy says you look fine, the woman is going to take the word fine and use it in the context that she uses it, which is if you're asking as a guy to the woman, everything okay? And then the woman says, yeah, it's fine. You know it isn't fine. You know it isn't fine, which means you're then going to turn it back to the guy who says you look fine, and he says, or she says, he's thinking the word fine the way I think fine. In other words, I don't look so good. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be analyzed. That's how it's going to be analyzed. That is the you're welcome time for analyzing somebody's intent. See? This is what happens when you speak to people. This is what happens when you speak to people. Wow.
36-month financing or extended warranties of up to 2 years. Purchase any leftover snowmobile and receive an additional $750 off an additional year of warranty absolutely free. All 2026 Polaris snowmobiles receive a 2-year warranty and $250 in free Polaris accessories. Rebates and financing vary by
Boss Lady says Jim will say, now tell me the truth, what's wrong? Because he knows you don't tell the truth up front. He knows you don't tell the truth up front. You're welcome. See, look at this. Mel saying you're welcome. How impolite can you possibly be? You're welcome. That is no longer the proper retort for the phrase thank you. We determined this a couple days ago because the young Gen Z or whoever the hell decided you're welcome is impolite. You have to say something like no worries or no problem. Those are your phrases that are acceptable. Because Boss Lady says, I'm fine, and you know that doesn't mean that. Fine, I'm fine. No, you're not. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. See, Sween Dog is going to bait you right now. If he thanks you, what are you going to say back? See? I don't know if the roads are deteriorating or what, but stuff is starting to pick up out there right now. Southbound 475 before Atherton Road in Flint, we have a crash reported there. Also have another crash in Flushing Township. This is going to be on Gillette Road at Stanley Road. We have an unspecified hazard, which is going to slow you down at Miller Road and Ballinger Highway, Flint Township. Don't know specifically what's going on to slow you there. Southbound 475 at Kersley Street in Flint. We got a crash there. Another one on southbound 475 at Robert T. Another bad crash, and this involving injury. Bristol Road at Pringle Avenue in Burton. Northbound 75 before Vienna Road in Vienna Township, a crash there. And we got another one going on in Davison Township. That's Lapeer at Gale Roads. And to conclude this rather lengthy list, surprisingly, northbound 475 past Hill Road in Grand Blanc Township. Another crash there a few minutes ago, still working that one. If you happen to spot another problem to add to that list, you can tell us about it. 810-230-WRSR. That's 810-230-9777. Be a traffic tipster on 103.9 The Fox.
Did you say there was something on the road again?
There's some kind of hazard, but it's not specified what.
You know, we have so many weird things on the roads here in this town. I think in the spring, when things quiet down a little bit from this weather, we might have a contest for the best thing that was left on the road.
I'm taking notes. I'm compiling notes. As these things happen, I'm writing them down.
We know we found a human arm one time that was on I-69 near Lapeer somewhere.
A human arm?
Yeah, there was an arm on the road. It was probably from one of these body companies that hauls
Oh,
body
like a
parts.
prosthetic.
Yeah, no, it was an arm.
Oh.
It was real.
This was an arm that had been part of a crash, had been sheared off at some point before the emergency people got there.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
Okay, it wasn't one of those
No.
services that hauls body.
This is down the Detroit area.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, so that might become a contest in the near future here on 103.9 The Fox. Leave it to your live and local to do something crazy like that. Here's John Mellencamp. It hurts so good.
Oh, I guess she's talking again. Where is Steph? She's there. She's right there. Talking again. Right there. Dale wants to get frisky. Never tried it. He wants 2 Fireball floats for Robsuka and you. Okay, so you picking up the tab on this one? Because a lot of times he offers to buy. You know how he gets when he's had too many Fireballs. Dale is always willing, I guess, at some point to accept an offer from Robsuka, who has a lot of them. And Robsuka gets real generous when he has a lot of Fireball. He wanted another one. He's already had 3. He wanted 2 more. We're kind of holding him off on that one. You wondered who Steps was. No, it's Steph. He means Steph. Mel. Didn't show you this. Should show you one more time. Leo. Cavalier, King, Charles, Spaniel. Lives in Boston, Massachusetts. This is Leo. His favorite chair. All right, it looks like Sween Dog, you'd like Goldslager and Jägermeister shots. Okay. You and Tina are the only ones who usually order stuff with a kick to it. When we come here to the Hal Hole Saloon where everybody knows your name. And typically we know your drink order until you start getting, as I said, frisky here. Now tomorrow we'll be over on our usual spots, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, but not necessarily on the times. 8 to 8:30 is going to turn into tomorrow about 8:45 because tomorrow's the day when we have our Friday morning Primal Scream. Everybody's been looking forward to that. And tomorrow specifically here in Michigan we will be because it's going to be damn cold. I mean really, really cold. Bone-chilling cold, teeth-chattering cold, snot-freezing cold, all of it. Tomorrow. Yeah, frisky. That's the kind of thing you get to be when you start ordering Jägermeisters, as is happening right now. Sween Dog tried once when he's in his 20s. How cold? The best it's going to do tomorrow is going to be about 5 above, and I'm not talking Celsius. I'm talking Fahrenheit. Okay, so in your country, 5 above tomorrow as a high temperature is going to be like minus 15 for you. That's the warmest it's going to be that day. Okay? And you wonder why I don't want to go outside tomorrow. Oh, Tina, when Mr. Tina was around, she would put sleeping pills in his tea. You, of all people, who has that abundance of stories from the shower, that's how you handled Mr. Tina? That's how it happened. Sleeping pills in the tea. Tim Fad has joined us. He's not high on the roof today. He's snowblowing. Tina is a drugger. Tina is wild. I'm telling you what, these Jersey girls, they have reputations, and apparently they're all true. Apparently they're all true. Jeez. Put sleeping pills in his tea because he was frisky. Well, all right, then let me ask you this, Tina. If you did that because you knew that was happening, did he say that, or did you just pick up the vibes? I mean, did he announce his presence, or was this something you just kind of knew? True confessions. I'm telling you, you know what happens when we get into the Hal Hole Saloon here and some of you start drinking the stuff that's a little stronger than coffee? You start throwing stuff out there. You start throwing information out there. That's the reason why we kind of encourage you. You know, we got all of this over in the corner here. I got all the real good drinks, okay? If you want one, we can certainly use a confession or two over here. That would work really well. Call it an executive decision, and Thelma was the executive. Boy. Wow. That's right, stores in the shower. Did you hear right? Sleeping pills and Mr. Tina's tea. That was the strategy. That was the strategy. Yep. Absolutely. Now we know. Now we know. Wow. Okay, you're going to pay the tab for Rapsuka. Well, okay then. Rapsuka, don't thank him, though, because if he does, and he says you're welcome, he won't be very polite to you. That's how it works around here nowadays. Those things knock you out, too, Sween Dog. So you have experience in there? If you come here, order coffee. See, Rapsuka that's not very polite, Not in today's parlance. It's not very polite. Not in today's parlance. We established that yesterday. You got to go with something like no problem or no worries, that kind of thing. And by the way, if you possibly are inspired to give a thumbs up emoji, you might kind of avoid that too. There's too many people that think that this is something bad. You have tried them to sleep back in the day when you needed to sleep, Sween Dog. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Apparently they worked. Okay, maybe Mr. Melmel can benefit from Melmel having the knowledge that those work. Huh. It seems to me like you guys are on opposite sides of the country where that isn't going to be an issue for you. You guys are always, it seems to me like you guys are always hundreds of kilometers apart. Thousands of kilometers apart, maybe. I don't know how far a kilometer is as opposed to a mile. I don't know the conversion, as long as we've been talking. Dale, just because you're paying for Rapsuka's drink doesn't give you license to put your thumb up like that. Yes, how is he? How is Mr. Melmel these days? We haven't heard so much. We've heard from him on occasion, and he seems to be doing okay. Certainly better now than he was when we were all worried about him here a few weeks ago. You can wait till he comes here in March. In March. And he is good. That's good. We're talking about this being National Hot Sauce Day, because it is. I don't know how much you guys like to put hot sauce on your food. Do you dare yourself to try to see how hot you can make it before you finally give up and say this isn't working? I can't eat without a tongue. Or
We'll tell you about it coming up next on 103.9 The Fives.
the other special designation today brings is, and I still don't know who come up with this one, Answer Your Cat's Question Day is what this is also. Answer Your Cat's Question Day today. Sweendog does not like the stuff too hot with hot sauce. I mean, there's some people that have this notion that for whatever reason, I don't know if this is a macho thing, because there are women who also enjoy trying to do this, and that is, let's see how hot we can stand our food. Let's eat something that has so much heat to it, whether it be the sauce or something else that's mixed in with the ingredients, that just tests your ability to survive a meal. Like, geez, where is Slime Man? Occasionally he does not show up on Thursdays. He's a busy guy, and when he does, I'm trying to think what the hell he orders. Does he usually order coffee? He usually orders coffee when he comes here. Ghost peppers. Ghost peppers, Linda says. If it's like taking the cinnamon challenge, Sweendog says, oh, there's all kinds of people who think that if you put up a challenge, like you're essentially daring them to do something, oh, they'll do it. No problem. Just because, and I said, that's like it seems like it's some kind of a macho thing, over testosteronized thing that makes you want to do something like that. Tina only eats a little spicy. A little bit. See, I won't do any of that. I don't want none of that. I don't want anything that's going to burn my tongue or lips or anything that's going to take away from the enjoyment of the taste of the food, which would happen because to me, it takes the focus away from the taste of the food if you're doing that kind of thing. Maybe it's a guy. I'd say it's a guy thing, but like I say, I've seen video of women doing it too, thinking, they're just one of the guys and they can do it just as well and be just as hot in other ways than what Tina's talking about usually, as the guys can be. I can be just as hot. Here, I can eat this kind of thing. Rob Suka just pointed out that it's 8:30. What does that mean? It means we're out of here. So it's time for us to leave and give you a chance to enjoy the rest of your Thursday. If you go to eat hot food, talk to your cat, put sleeping pills in somebody's drink, whatever it is you have on your agenda today. Hopefully you have a pleasant, peaceful, productive day doing it. And then come back to us tomorrow, either on TikTok or Facebook or Twitch or YouTube or all of the above for our Friday, because we'll be doing the food fighting and we'll be doing the Friday morning primal stream and all the other things. Thank you very much for visiting us here in the Hal Hole Saloon today, where everybody knows your name. We'll be seeing you guys again tomorrow morning here in the Hal Hole with all your friends, the Hal Raisers. Okay?